Welcome back, operators. A glorious new day is upon us, as what usually happens when you wake up from a deep sleep, dreaming about the time you rode your tricycle with your best friend to the park, eating a soft ice cream cone, dipped in chocolate covered with candy sprinkles. As it melts to the side of the cone, forcing you to lick around before it gets to your hands, only to do so with more force than anticipated, causing your cold treat to pop off the cone. As you watch it fall to the ground, your caretaker shakes their head, telling you that you just have to suck it up and deal with the fact that you will not be getting more ice cream today. Then you wake up, and it was only a dream. And the worst part is realizing that you do not have any ice cream in the dream or in real life. Sad, sad day. But for you operators, it's a good day. Today is the day you will learn about each construct, their specific features and functions. This lesson is not designed for the beginner, as I will not be going over how to build these or connect them. I am simply going to explain what they do and how they do it. Let's get started. Structural barriers, the fortification system for your industry. Use them as a means to block the enemy from entering areas of interest, create corridors, or wall off your industry entirely, providing added protection. They can also be used to redirect lava. They are actually one of the rare few resistant to lava. There are three types of structures. There are regular, reinforced, and armored. Regular being the weakest, armored being the strongest. Security gateways are weaker than structural barriers. They can be used as a doorway through your barrier fortification systems or for caves through natural terrain. In order for a gateway to work, it must be hooked to a terminal and powered. Then, have the utility drone use the terminal. The exception to this rule is when dealing with lava. The gateway will automatically shut closed when lava touches it, without being powered or hooked to a terminal. Terminals will not open a gateway that is in contact with lava. One interesting feature about the gateway is its extreme crushing ability. Time it right, and you'll crush any recog that gets in the way. Miscalculate, and you will find your own drones caught in its clutches. This particular drone kindly volunteered before watching the video how not to die. He learned. Generator units power the industry, although they cannot work alone. Gather units, which produce the power, connect to the generators to supply the power. Then, the generator units distribute the power to the industry. With optimized and advanced generators, you have the ability for moored links. You can distribute the power to multiple constructs at once, or combine power directed towards one construct, allowing for more available power towards that one construct. Adding additional gathers to the generator will increase the rate at which your generator is powered. The more you have connected, the faster the power will be produced. Add the optimized or advanced gathers for an even more powerful boost. Generator extensions add additional available power. They must also be hooked up to the generators to receive this power from the gathers. All pTrans relays can receive a signal to be turned on or off as needed. The pTrans circuit extension adds length to your connections, taking them from their maximums and adding an additional 3 cells. The pTrans full circuit relay is used to send power towards its intended target only when all power supplies are connected to the relay and are turned on. If you have some very complex, specific needs, you can use these logical gates to divert power. The pTrans alternate circuit relay is used to send power towards its intended target when only one connection to the relay is live. As soon as a second line goes live, the power to the target will cut. Consider this relay a power diversion tool. The pTrans split circuit relay will give you the ability to spread your power towards multiple intended constructs at once. Combine more relays of this type to stretch your power from a nest of generators in a localized area to as far and wide as possible if such need arises. Terminals are used to activate or deactivate the power supplied to the constructs and gateways, among many others. Certain constructs, like the thermal fusion device, must use a terminal in order to perform its task. Similar to the pTrans circuit extension, this construct will extend the distance of the terminal link, allowing for a farther reach. When you need to turn the lights on, off, or activate a task on multiple constructs at once, use the splitter to turn one terminal line into two. Give your terminals a delayed reaction up to 2 seconds when using the time delay construct in your circuit line. When you need to use your terminal twice in a row, instead of manually having your drone do it, use this construct in the circuit line to allow for double usage. Think of it as turning your lights on, then off at a specific time interval. When you need to use your terminal 3 times in a row, similar to the dual pulse, have this terminal relay in your circuit line to turn the construct on, then off, and then on again at a specific time interval. Need a continuous repetition of switching the construct on and off indefinitely? Use this construct in your circuit line at a specific time interval until you decide to cut the line. It is possible to combine multiple terminals to create a more complex system as well as elongate the time delay. For this video, I've been using turrets, although you can use many more construct types. The mechanical displacement unit pushes objects one cell away from it. The mechanical recoil unit pulls objects one cell towards it. The mechanical echo unit pushes and pulls objects away from it and towards it. One of the uses is to crush drones, as I have shown before. It can also be used to stop lava. Word of warning, if you push constructs around and it is not connected to anything, it will collapse. Note that terrain cannot be pushed around. The Teleportation Acquire unit will automatically take any collectible that is fed to it by the teleportation conveyor belt and send it to its 2 linked connections. These connections are based on priority. If the first link is to a storage containment unit, it will be placed inside, provided that the storage allows for it. If the storage does not allow, then the acquirer will send the collectible to its second connection, whether it's another conveyor belt, a reject pile, or a lava pit. Waste not, want not. The Teleportation Dispenser unit will automatically take everything out of the storage based on the listing order. The teleportation conveyor belt's job, once powered, will send collectibles along the directional path you set for it. If you want to cut the system, just remove a link and it will cease. This will cause a jam, and the ones before it will not be able to be sent to the next one. The thermal drain will take lava on top of it and filter it below. It must be powered, and upon receiving a signal from the terminal, it will drain up to 1/10 of a full lava cell. Therefore, consider using a terminal echo pulse for continual drainage. The thermal pump will take lava from below and pump it above. It also must be powered, and upon receiving a signal from the terminal, it will pump up to 1/10 of a full lava cell. Therefore, also consider using a terminal echo pulse for continual pumping. The thermal fusion device acts as a cooling system for the lava, turning it into oids and minerals. The chances of the oid or mineral you will obtain vary. In order to use it, the thermal fusion construct must be on top of a completely filled cell of lava below it. It also must be powered, and upon receiving a signal from the terminal, it will react. These are all the constructs related to the industry and depository categories. We covered them extensively in the previous tutorials. If you're unsure of how to build these or learning about what they produce, please go to those videos for more information. There are a few constructs we have not covered in the previous tutorials, such as the reverse engineering depot. This is used to reverse engineer your constructs as well as all its pieces all the way back to the original terrain, oids, and minerals. The other is the central reprocessing depot. This is used to turn dropped fragments into pieces for future use or modules for enhanced drone abilities. These advanced warfare turrets will auto-engage as soon as they have line of sight. They do not need to be placed on the ground, but can hover as high as you need them to, provided of course they are powered. Turrets drain power quickly when fired, so ensure you have ample supply. Countermeasure defense systems are a ghost in the field. They, like turrets, do not need to be placed on the ground. They are not picked up by the enemy's radar. Therefore, they can be set up to slow down the enemy recogs or wipe them out entirely. Whether this is done on impact or triggered by terminals, their demise is up to you. The most powerful weapon in the game, capable of firing nuclear warheads among other devastating missiles. Its munitions are fed from a storage containment unit and loaded one at a time. Firing is pinpoint. Whether the target moves or not, the missile will find its mark. Now that you know what each construct does, I expect more from you, operator. Take on those recogs in a whole new way. They will know what hit them. In the next chapter, I will be going over your military drones.